Aroj Ali Matubbor is a Bangladeshi philosopher. He was born on 17 December 1900 in Borishal, and he died on 15 March 1985 at the age of 84 in Borishal, Bangladesh. He was a rationalist and he is a self-taught philosopher. He wrote in Bengali. His notable writings are সত্যের সন্ধানে, সৃষ্টি রহস্য, অনুমান, মুক্ত মন, and he has no formal institutional degree. And he is a life member of Bangla Academy, Humayun Kabir Smriti Puruskar Award, honor of the Borishal branch of Udisi Shilpa Goshti. So this is simply in brief about Aroj Ali Matubbor. And Aroj Ali Matubbor is a self-taught Bangladeshi philosopher who has written in Bengali. And Aroj Ali Matubbor was a Bangladeshi self-taught philosopher. He was a rationalist. He was known for his critical perspectives, critical outlook on religion. He had a very much critical attitude towards superstition. He had very much critical uh, perspectives on traditional beliefs in his writings. Okay, now let's talk about his early life, and in this video we will talk about his early life and the philosophy he has written, his death, and his writing Shattar Sandhane, and the names of his books and the recognition and awards he has got. So let's talk about the early life of Aroj Ali Matubbor. Aroj Ali Matubbor was born in the village of Chorbadia, Lamsari, about 11 kilometers or 6.8 miles from the city of Borishal in British India, now Bangladesh. To a poor peasant family, his original name was. He later adopted the name Matubbor, local landowner. He studied for only a few months at the village maktab, where he focused on the Quran and studies. Matubbor lost his father at a young age. When he was 12 years old, he inherited plot of 2 acres or 8,108 square meter of land was auctioned off because he could not pay land taxes as a minor. He was later evicted from his ancestral homeland by a local usurper. Matubbor survived through charity and by working as a farm laborer. He could not afford to attend school and relied on free maktab religious instruction at a local mosque. He did not accept the rigid learning methods and therefore left the mosque. A benefactor helped him finish the Bengali primers. Matubbor continued to read extensively after that. Philosophy was the subject that interested him the most. A philosophy teacher at Borishal BM College, Kazi Gulam Kadir, helped him borrow books from the college library. Okay, now let's talk about the philosophy of Aroj Ali Matubbor. Aroj Ali Matubbor is known for his critical thinking and free thinking views on religion, on superstition, and on traditional beliefs. His works challenged many established norms and religious dogmas, particularly within the context of Islam, which is the predominant religion in Bangladesh. Matubbor's most famous work is Tariqat Shikha, or the teachings of the way. In this book, he questioned various religious practices rituals, and superstitions and advocated for a more rational and scientific approach to understanding the world. His writings often provoked controversy and debate in Bangladesh as they challenged deeply held religious beliefs and traditions. His book Sotyer Sandhane or The Quest for Truth led him led to his arrest and detention by the authorities. Throughout his life, he experienced persistent harassment and threats due to his writings, many of which critically engaged with religious tenets and claims. Now let's talk about the death of Aroj Ali Matubbor. Matubbor, or philosopher Aroj Ali Matubbor, died on 15 March 1985 when he was 84. First Chaitra of the Bengali year 1392 in Borishal, Bangladesh. After his death, he donated his eyes for transplantation. He donated his body, which was received by the anatomy department of Sheri Bangla Medical College and used by medical students for dissection. After his death in 1985, Aroj Ali Matubbor came to be regarded as one of the most prolific thinkers, one of the most creative thinkers that rural Bangladesh had ever produced. And he was an iconoclast who was not afraid of speaking out against entrenched beliefs and superstitions of the society prevailing in Bangladesh. Now let's talk about one of his most famous writings, Sotyer Sandhane. Matubbor drew the cover of his first book, written in 1952 and published 21 years later in 1973 under the title Sotyer Sandhane. In the preface, he wrote, I was thinking of many things. My mind was full of questions, but haphazardly. I then started jotting down questions, not for writing a book, but only to remember these questions later. Those questions were driving my mind towards an endless ocean, and I was gradually drifting away from the fold of religion. He made 6 propositions in his book, which reflected the nature of the philosophical questions, and the questions are: Proposition 1 dealt with the soul, containing 8 questions. Proposition 2 dealt with God, containing as many as 11 questions. Proposition 3 dealt with the afterworld, containing as many as 7 questions. Proposition 4 dealt with religious matters, containing as many as 22 questions. Proposition 5 dealt with nature, containing as many as 10 questions. Proposition 6 dealt with remaining matters, containing as many as 9 questions. The 8 questions he posed in the first proposition exemplify his approach. These are: A. Who am I, or who am I self? B. Is life incorporeal or corporal? C. Is mind or his soul one or the same? D. What is the relationship of life with the body and the mind? E. Can we recognize or identify life? F. Am I free? G. Will the soul without body continue to have knowledge even after it leaves the body at death? Finally, how does life can come into and go out of the body? Books. Matubbor was considered an unusual type of writer. In Bangladesh, his writings were censored because they allegedly led to social corruption and disharmony in the community. The following are his writings. Number 1, Sotyer Sandhane. In English, it is called The Quest for Truth. It was published in 1973. Number 2, Srishti Rahasya. in English, The Mystery of Creation, published in 1977. Number 3, Onuman. In English, it is called Estimation, published in the year 1983. Number 4, Muktuman. In English, it is called Free Mind, published in 1988. Several of his unfinished manuscripts were later published posthumously under the title Aroj Ali Matubbor Rachanaboli. Some of his writings were translated into English and compiled in a volume published by Pathak Samavesh. Recognition and awards. Matubbor was not well known among the educated elite of the country during his lifetime. It was only in the last years of his life that he became known among the academics of the country. His writings were collected and published. The general public began to take an interest in his books, which, although not validated by formal education, raised a number of new philosophical questions. After his death in 1985, he soon became widely known